So this is going to be, I don't know how to make I don't know how to make mods on here, but, I came on here to apologize to everybody, and I already did it on, TikTok, and everybody is going to come over here and start going bananas on me, and you're about to see it, Jam, of how I get treated. So I, I went to my psychologist and my psychiatrist and my group session today. Okay. And my psychiatrist was like, we are going to rip the bandage off of what's going on with you right now. She said, every time, how can your story get cleared up with everyone if the mods are just blocking us for? There's no mods on here. There's no mods on here. So, anyway, I came on here to apologize to everybody, including you, Jam, because I don't ever wear a filter. I don't ever wear a filter, Annie. But thank you. I never wear a filter. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't blocking anybody. Hi, Candy. I tried to put you in as a mod, but I don't know how to mod anybody over here. But anyway, so I went to my psychiatrist or my psychologist, and she's like, we're going to rip the Band-Aid off. She said, Doug has not been there when you've been getting hurt. You've been hurting yourself. And not like I'm hurting myself on purpose. It's because, like, if I slipped and fell, when I slipped and fell in the office, and I hit my head on the rack, and I said it was a crowbar, because in my head I saw Doug, and Doug had a crowbar or tire iron or whatever they are, because I don't know what the difference is. You know, I was telling them, like, I saw Doug. It was him. It was him. In my head, it was him. But I said it to my psychologist. She said, when you come in, now the first time I did get tased and I had bruises everywhere, that was a legit, but I don't know who it was from because it was from behind. The second time is when I came in and I slipped and I fell and I hit my head on the bar, and I got a TBI, and the bone broke behind my eye, and I had that black eye that I wore forever. That, how can you get tased from behind? Very easy. Somebody walks up from behind and tases you. It's very easy. It's kind of like getting tased from the front, but you can get tased from the back. It takes a lot. It is very scary. I'm up here being very vulnerable with you guys, and I'm trying to explain to you all what happened. And like last night, a guy came on and he said a prayer for me, and I just, when I saw my psychologist, she was like, the first time you came in, you were beat up bad. And I did. When psychologist, fuck. Someone keeps texting. All right. You know, because he got me from behind. Listen, let me get through this first, please, tiny monkey. Okay, so I saw Doug, and she's like, you're reliving your traumas. You're reliving your abusers. When you are getting hurt, when you are down, you're reliving your abusers. That wasn't Doug. That wasn't Doug. That was you hitting your face. And I said, no, it was Doug. And she said, how could that have happened? How could that have happened? How? Tell me how. Doug wasn't there. And I said, I saw him there. I saw him there. She was like, you didn't see him there. It was your mind playing tricks on you. You didn't see him there. You were having flashbacks. He was never there. And then when I came in today with a broke arm and my back, my lumbar being broke, everyone's telling me that my back's not broke. I should have reworded it differently. My back isn't broke. It's my lumbar. But they said my lumbar is broke, which is part of my back. Okay? So I should have reworded it and said lumbar instead of back, because everyone's thinking that my entire back is broke. It's my lumbar. And I had surgery on it. And I showed people that. And I was and my psychiatrist said, how could Doug have done that? And I said, well, because I was with my dogs and I didn't even think I was with my dogs. And I was with my dogs and he got a piece of bacon and then another one got, I tried to get away and then like I dove into first field and trying to get the other one so he would stay. And then Doug was there and he was stomping on my back and he was like, she said, how? How did he just show up? How did he just show up? How did he know that you were down on the ground? How? I said, I don't know, but he was there. He showed up and he was doing it to me. She said, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. You were having flashbacks. It is your mind playing tricks on you. So I came on TikTok and I'm coming on here to apologize to everybody for saying what I said. I never meant to, and everyone's telling me that I'm mocking DV and SV survivors. How am I mocking them? How am I mocking them? I could never be mocking them, ever. How can I mock them? How? I'm literally trying to explain what happened. Like, I'm being so vulnerable right now, and everybody is beating me to the fucking pulp, like saying, oh, you're lying about this, you're lying about this. No, I'm trying to come to you guys and tell you the truth that those things that I said about Doug, that was not true. That was a lie. But in my head, it was true. He was there. I saw him. I saw him. He was there. But he was never there. He was never there. He was never there. And that's the facts. And I wanted to come on and apologize to everybody and to anybody who I misled, because I didn't mean to do it on purpose. I didn't mean to do it to lie and people to think like, oh my God, she's gotten beat up. My mind was making me think that. I was reliving traumas. She was like, you're reliving your traumas. Your abusers are not there anymore. They are gone. Your abusers are gone. They are gone. That was the night, Tiny Monkey, that I got tased, and that was really happened. That was the night that is the one that truly happened. And I got choked, and I got slapped in my face. And I did say Doug did that. I did. You're right. And I don't know who did that. I have no clue. But in my mind, it was Doug. You're right. I did say, and I'm coming in here and telling you all. None of it was Doug. In my mind, it was Doug. In my mind, it was him, but I was reliving my traumas. I can't, I, I can't help it. I'm sorry. I never meant, it comes out as a lie, but it's not a lie. Like, I'm trying to explain to you all that it was never, nobody ever attacked me. It was me. It was me falling down. It was me being clumsy. And it wasn't me like it wasn't me like putting my arm up against a wall and breaking my arm or anything like that. But so it took one session today, and now you believe it. No, last night when somebody came on, when I was on here last night, a bunch of people came on and they were like, they said a prayer, and I don't even want to say his name because he said to keep his name out of his mouth, so I am, and he said a prayer, and I went to my my scheduled appointment, and I talked to my psychologist, and I'm like, I am getting so much heat on the internet. It's crazy. Like, everyone's fucking calling me a liar. Like, Doug is after me. Like, he's fucking after me. And she was like, I'm gonna rip the fucking band-aid off, and this is not gonna be nice. I'm ripping the band-aid off. We're gonna rip band-aids off today. Okay? This is not happening. This is your mind playing tricks on you. This is not happening. And I am sorry to everybody whom I misled, who I said it was Doug. But in my mind, it was Doug. In my mind, you couldn't tell me any different. How does she know it's Doug, though? Why did she believe you? I don't understand that. How does she know it's Doug, though? Can I ask what you waited months to talk to your therapist about it for? Because you've been getting heated for a while. I wasn't getting heated for a while. Last night or yesterday when I was on when I was on this app, I came on to somebody's thing just to apologize to triggering anybody. I said, I want to apologize for triggering everybody. And then everybody said, oh no, that's the girl from TikTok. That's the girl from TikTok that says, she keeps getting beat up by this one guy, but she doesn't report it. And everybody asks me why I don't report it. And this is why I've never reported it, because in my mind, it's always been Doug, but it was never Doug. And I wanted to come on here and apologize to everybody. So how I actually broke my lumbar is, my dog, the next door neighbors are Korean, and they have some type of yes. Yeah, there is some type of well, I don't know if he still is. I don't know. I haven't talked to this man in 20 years. I haven't talked to this man in 20 years, so I have no clue. I have no clue, to tell you, Annie App, the truth. I don't want to say yes or no. I have no clue. But they have like this balcony thing, and they hang bacon on it, and I don't know if they don't spray something on it or whatever, but there was like there's never flies on it, there's no rodents, there's no like rodents at night that eat the bacon. Like, it's fucking weird as hell. And my dog went over and got a piece of bacon, and and then I was holding my other dog with my other hand, but I was trying to get the piece of bacon out of his hand, and my other dog slipped out of my hand, and my other dog is a runner, and I didn't want him to get away. So I took off running for him and I fell. When I fell was when I broke my wrist. And I dove into first place like a freaking baseball player to try to lay on his thingy, his 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 leash, so my body weight would hold on to it. But that's how I broke my lumbar. But in my mind, in my head, it was Doug on top of me, stomping on the back of my back. That's in my head. But that's not the truth. No. All these memories did not come back to me today. When I was talking to my psychiatrist, or my psychologist, sorry. When I was talking to my psychologist said, this is not true. This is not happening. These things are not happening to you. People are not just beating you up. They're not coming up out of nowhere. Okay? You are reliving traumas, people that have hurt you in the past. You are rethinking these people are there re-hurting you. But it's not. You're reliving traumas. So no, it didn't just all come back to me today. But it was my psychiatrist that told me, like, and then I was like, I thought about it and I'm like, I've been telling everybody a lie. Can I ask how often you see your psychologist? All of this started 4 months ago and you didn't speak about it with them until today. No, so what happened was, she goes, listen, the first time you came to me, you were all bruised up and you said Doug did it. The second time you came to me, then you had this right here, your eye was all broke or all bruised up. It was all bruised up and you had bruises on your face. And then you come and you have a broken wrist and you have a broken spine, lumbar. How is this Doug every single time? Tell me that. Tell me that. And I said, I don't know. I said, every time he's there. She's like, no, he's not. You are imagining things. You are imagining things. This is not happening. This is not true. It's just not. And then I felt like a fucking fraud. And I have been on TikTok for a very long time. And I wanted to go on TikTok, which I did. And I apologized to everybody over there. And then I came over here and I wanted to publicly apologize to everybody who I told about, it being Doug when it wasn't. But you were saying you were in a fear of your life all over social media, but you never spoke to your psychologist. Yes, I spoke to my psychologist. Yes, of course I did. I still need to come up here so I can take care of you and I know, Jan. Well, it's my head, apparently. It's my head, and I did apologize. You did not apologize. Yes, I did. I did apologize. I apologized on TikTok and I apologized on here. I apologized multiple times. I apologized on TikTok a lot of times. But I needed to apologize. because I have been on social media for a long time, and I wanted everybody to know I don't want to mislead people. I don't want to lie to people. I don't want to do that. And the guy that came on and said a prayer for me last night, it hit me. And it really hit me. And he was like, "We'll be praying for you," and it just really, really hit me. I fell on my back when I was trying to get my dog. So this is me apologizing to everybody who I misled. I am very sorry for misleading anybody, but I never meant to do so. It wasn't me misleading you on purpose. It wasn't me misleading anybody on purpose. I don't know. I don't think the cartel's after me. No, I I the I think it's in my head. I think everything's in my head. Um, you know, I don't believe the cartel's after me now because I want to say no, they're not. I don't want to say I don't know. I'm going to say no, they're not because Doug never. All this was in my head. Then that's in my head. That's got to be in my head too. And I'm just sorry for anybody that I hurt along the way. I never wanted to hurt anybody. That's never been my intentions. All I've ever wanted to do was come on here and tell my story. And a lot of people are like, well, she tells it so stoically. I've been telling my story for 15 years to help people. That's the only reason why I tell my story, is to help other people. I don't know. Everywhere I go, I see Doug. Everywhere I go, I see Doug. And I don't know how to not unsee him. I don't know how to unsee him. I don't. When I go places, I see Doug. And I don't know how to unsee him. I don't know how to unsee the people that did bad things to me. I don't know how to unsee that. And, you know, I never wanted to hurt anybody or you. Hi.
Hello.
You've come up 3 times with a cross, so I didn't know if you had something to say to me.
Uh,
Okay, well, CNN girl, I take Prozocin, but Prozocin is a medication that I take at night. I am honest with her, but am I honest with her? Am I? Or is it my brain not knowing? I've been through a lot. And I don't know. And it sucks that my brain, I don't know what's real and what's not real. But what I do know is real is that what I do know is real is getting RP'd. What I do know what is real is being trafficked. What I do know what is real is getting RP'd by Doug. What I do know is real is getting RP'd by Benjamin Bland. What I do know is I do have that. That's what I do know. And I don't know how to unknow that. I don't know how to unsee that. I don't know how to undo that. So, God, everybody keeps trying to come up. I'm just trying to talk to you. I never. And then everyone's like, and then even yesterday, someone was like, you should have. Your back, your back is just fine. Your back is just fine. I should have reworded it. I didn't break my back, but that's what the hospital told me. My back is broke because my lumbar is part of my back. My lumbar is part of my back. So I should have said my lumbar is broke. My 1 through 5 is broke. That's what I should have said. Not my back is broke, because in people's minds they think her actual back is like completely broke in half. If I would have said my lumbar, but with the doctor's terminology is that you broke your back. And I don't know. I don't know. No, they didn't put pins in my back. They put cement in my back. I can show you my back right now. Don't mind my fat ass, though. Back fat Betty over here. Back fat Betty. Can you guys see? I don't know if you guys can see or not. But back fat Betty over here. They put cement in it, and it's called a coloscopy or something. That's a lidocaine. That's a lidocaine patch. I'm very sore. But, so that's that. And I don't know what else to say, guys. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Maybe one day I'll take accountability without saying but. Take accountability for what? I just took accountability for everything I just said. Miranda, I don't understand what I just took accountability for everything I said. Whatever. Okay. Goodbye.